Hey guys, and welcome to this edition of Scruff's Garage. So for today's video, I thought I'd talk for a moment about some inexpensive rain gear that I used on a recent ride. I just got back from the BDR loop through the PA Wilds. So it's a 500-mile loop. We did it over 3 days, and unfortunately it rained some on every day. And in one day in particular, day 2, it was really a torrential rain, and so we finally broke down and put on rain gear. So I wore this rain gear for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, and it did really well for what it is. So I just wanted to talk through what I used. It's fairly inexpensive. If you're riding in the rain every day, you would probably go a different route. But for having some inexpensive rain gear that you can put in a little carry case and have it on the bike, so that if you are on a multi-day ride and you don't have any choice but ride in the rain, do you have an option, and is it actually going to work and keep you somewhat dry? So overall, this has worked really well. This was the Alpha Cycles. You can get it on Amazon. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it really wasn't that expensive. The other thing I got that I used and I really liked were these boot covers. These worked out excellent, because once your feet get wet, if your boots get wet and your socks get wet, it just makes for a long day. But finding boot covers that fit and work can sometimes be a challenge. So these worked out really well. This was a different brand. I'll put a link to this stuff in the episode notes, so if you want to go to Amazon and take a look. For me, I'll try this stuff on so you can kind of see it on me. These boots are a 2XL, and that's what I needed. These are Columbia hiking boots. They're a size 12, men's size 12, and this 2XL is what I needed to fit over these. They have a zipper on the side, so to give you a little bit more room to get your foot in there. Then you can zip them back up, and then they have a strap that goes across the top to kind of keep everything together, because you don't want these things to be baggy and getting caught in your shifter and stuff like that. The pants, just a quick overview. Like I said, I'll try these on. The waist is just elastic, has a little drawstring on the inside. For the most part, this material is just like a windbreaker kind of material. It is waterproof, and it sort of has like a rubbery texture on the inside. So in wearing these, I didn't get any water intrusion, through the material. The other nice detail is that the seat of the pants has an additional layer, more of like a canvas sort of material, which is good, so that if you're bending over and there's stretch in the seat of the pants, it's really common to see pants rip back here. And it also gives some wear protection when you're on the bike as you're moving back and forth. Like I said, some of the riding we were doing in the rain was off-road. Not particularly aggressive. It was like 2-track gravel roads. But like I said, you just don't want to develop a rip in the seat of the pants. The jacket, again, kind of the same deal. A couple of standout features is that it has a zipper, but then the flap covers the zipper and is sort of sealed with a Velcro strip, so you get sort of a 2-layer. A lot of rain jackets, they just zip up, but you can actually get driving rain to go through the zipper and you're kind of wet down the center. This additional flap helps with that. The other thing is the collar comes a little bit higher, so if you picture the helmet on, this kind of wraps around your neck a little bit higher and helps keep out rain from coming this direction. And I believe there's also a hoodie in here. Obviously with my helmet on, I didn't need the hoodie. If you were using this maybe in some other circumstances, a hoodie would be nice, but it's built into the back of the collar. Again, it did a really good job of keeping the rain out. It doesn't attach at the bottom to the pants. You see some of them that become a one-piece design, or they'll zip in the back to keep it all together. These don't do that, but it had enough length that even when I was on the bike, I didn't get rain coming up my back. So I had no real issues with that. And it does have a drawstring on the bottom, so you could cinch it tighter if you needed to. The one place probably I did get some rain in, and it was more of my issue. So there's a Velcro on the wrist. I was wearing this over my riding pants and my riding jacket. I didn't cinch this tight enough in the wrist, so as you're riding along, I did get some rain up my sleeve a little bit. For the riding we were doing, that didn't make any difference to me, but keep that in mind. It's not perfectly sealed to your riding glove, so you could get some rain intrusion from that perspective. Overall, my perspective would be these kept me really dry. The boot covers did really well. If you're in a situation where you're wearing office clothes and you're commuting to work and you want rain gear that keeps out 100% so that you can go into the office and not look like you rode a motorcycle in the rain, I don't know that these would really be the solution I went with. I'd probably spend some more money. But to have something on the bike that I could throw on during a multi-day ride and kept me 98% dry, these worked really well. So I'll try this on real quick. These are a size medium. I'm a fairly slim guy, I'm maybe 165 pounds. Pants are generally like a 30-30. But these pants have so much adjustability in the waist. They'd fit a variety of waist sizes. And like I said, I actually wore them over my riding pants. And the bottom opens up enough that you can kind of get them over your boots as well, so that's not an issue. And then they sort of have this elastic piece of like a stirrup kind of thing that goes under your heel, which is nice. It keeps the pants pulled down, and then like I said, I'll show you how this overlaps with the boots. So let me put this stuff on, and then I can show you a little better. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So the way I set this up, I ran the boot cover. Here, so like I said, there's the stirrup piece of it. So I let the boot cover come up first. Like I said, there's a snap strap that goes across the top to keep it all bunched together. And then you can roll down the pant over the top of the boot covers. And like I said, that really sealed out any of the rain. I didn't have any issues. My boots were completely dry. Compared to my buddies who didn't have boot covers, we finally stopped at a restaurant. They could take their boots off and actually dump water out. So we were riding in a torrential rain. And actually you can sort of hear the thunder outside now, which is kind of good timing. Like I said, this 2XL boot cover worked for my size 12 boots fairly well, and the soles held up pretty well. Like I said, no tears or rips, and I'm riding an off-road bike, so no issues with the foot peg tearing through the sole of the boot covers. And like I said, this is the pants, and I'm wearing them over my riding pants, so they have plenty of not stretch, but they're so baggy that you can fit them over other pants if you need to. And they also, the leg is large enough you can get it over your boot. So I put these on without taking my riding boots off, which is kind of nice. When I had to put this on, we were just on the side of the road under a little shelter because it just started opening up. So overall, for inexpensive rain gear to carry with you on the bike for a trip, this stuff did excellent. Nothing ripped, nothing tore. It kept me 98% dry, and it's inexpensive. So I'm not sure what else you could ask for. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Post it down in the comments. I'll answer anything that I can, and I'll put links to this stuff in the episode notes as well. So if you want to investigate a little bit more yourself, you can do so. I hope this helps. As always, thanks for tuning in to this edition of Scruff's Garage. I'll see you next time.